Okay.
Well, welcome once again to Breakfast Central. It's now time to dive straight into the world of sports. Well, a good thing there is no Manchester United tears to be drunk today because.
Well, but the predictions were wrong. You predicted.
Yeah, our predictions were wrong.
Yeah, what was your prediction?
3-0, I think.
Okay, I was
4-0,
2-1. I think I was
remember.
closer to the.
And
No, I was.
I thought they were going to lose or draw that game, but yeah, it's all beef, so it's fine. It's fine.
Did you think they were going to lose or draw, or you were just actually hating and hoping?
Yeah, I was
that
just
they would
hoping for something to happen.
Thanks for your
to them.
honesty.
Who's Manchester United playing next?
I don't care. But
It sounds like
I heard the
Arsenal.
team from North London, Arsenal.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Looking forward to seeing you the next morning.
We drink sweet tears that day.
All right,
Good
look
morning,
at what's
Oli.
happening in the
Good
world
morning,
of
Mr.
sports.
Well, a whole lot happening, and it was the transfer deadline yesterday. And before I get into the details, just so you know, about 1.7 billion pounds was spent in the English Premier League for the transfer. So a lot of money being spent, in as much as all over the world there's a bit of economic situation, but the EPL still finds a way to spend a lot of money. So for the deadline day, it was in full swing as Premier League clubs rushed to complete deals before the deadline on the 2nd of September. Now, Chelsea new owner Todd Boehly made a transfer record statement as fans wondered how the club would be after the former owner Roman Abramovic. Now, Chelsea made a club record spend in the transfer window, and the deadline day signing of Gabon international and the former Arsenal captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Denis Zakaria brings the club's spend to around £248 million. Aubameyang signed a 2-year deal from Barcelona, with the striker declaring he has unfinished business with the English Premier League upon his return to London. Now, after weeks of negotiations, Chelsea finally agreed terms with Barcelona on a deal that should see Spain left-back Marcos Alonso move to the other direction, plus a fee. And the deal was confirmed after midnight on deadline day. And moving on now, Senegal midfielder Idrissa Gueye rejoined Everton on a 2-year contract from Paris Saint-Germain for a second spell following his 2016-2019 stint with the club. Now, Manuel Akanji over to Manchester City now. He has set his sights on winning silverware in England after signing a 5-year deal to complete his move to Manchester City from Borussia Dortmund. City were thought to have wrapped up their summer business, but went back into the market to add defensive depth after recent injuries to Aymeric Laporte and Nathan Ake left Ruben Diaz and John Stones as the only fit senior centre-halves available for Pep Guardiola. The Premier League champions have paid a reported £17 million to land the Switzerland international, who spent 4 seasons with Dortmund after joining from Basel in 2018. Now, Nottingham Forest made their 19th summer signing as Ivory Coast defender Willy Boly joined from Wolverhampton Wanderers. The club said he has signed a 2-year deal, having spent 5 seasons at Wolves. Now, the club also made 2 late signings with Josh Bowler joining Nottingham Forest and moving to Olympiacos on loan, while the club also welcomed Loic Bade from Stade Rennais. It means the Premier League new boys have completed 21 signings this window. Now, Fulham signed former Brazil winger Willian on a 1-year deal. He returns to the Premier League on a free transfer following his departure from Brazil's Serie A side, Corinthians, in August. Now, Wolves have also signed Mali midfielder Boubacar Traoré on loan, subject to a visa and work permits. The club has the option to make the deal permanent. However, this could be done automatically if certain clauses are met. The midfielder made 27 appearances last season as Mets were relegated from the Ligue 1. And over to Arsenal now. Hector Bellerin agreed to a contract termination with Arsenal and has joined Barcelona. Bellerin spent last year on loan at Real Betis, but now leaves the club he joined from Barcelona as a 16-year-old. Now, the Liga club, Real Sociedad, have announced the signing of Super Eagles of Nigeria forward Umar Sadiq on a 6-year contract. Sadiq linked up with Sociedad from another Spanish club, UD Almeria. The striker will wear jersey number 25 at his new club. So big transfers for a lot of Africans moving from one club to the other. And for the EPL, a record 1.7 billion was spent. And this was higher than what was spent last season, about 1.4 billion. But of course, it falls short of what was spent in 2020, which is around 1.84 billion. All right, looking at the result of one of the games, of course, the only game played yesterday in the English Premier League, it was Sancho who scored the only goal for a lackluster Leicester City. That game ended a 0-0. And for the fans of Leicester, they actually booed their players and also booed Jamie Vardy because they had a below-par performance against Manchester United. So big one for Ronaldo also coming into the second half of that game, but of course, he couldn't inspire more goals for United. And going over to the La Liga, looking at the fixtures of games to be played. Of course, it will pop up on your screen, so we'll get to flow along with that one. Celta Vigo will be taking on Cadiz. Mallorca will be taking on Girona. Real Madrid takes on Real Betis. Real Sociedad versus Atletico Madrid. Barcelona will be away from home as they take on Sevilla. Osasuna versus Rayo Vallecano. Athletic Bilbao takes on Espanyol. And Villarreal will be up against Elche. These are the games to expect in the Spanish La Liga. All right, we'll also have fixtures in the Serie A and the Bundesliga as well, as long as we also have the Ligue 1 fixtures where we'll see Paris Saint-Germain also in action, and a lot of interesting games to look forward to this day. Well, for the Ligue 1, looking at the fixtures again, it is Auxerre taking on Marseille, Angers takes on Lyon, Nantes versus Paris Saint-Germain, Montpellier will take on Lille, Lorient versus Ajaccio, Brest versus Strasbourg, Toulouse takes on Clermont Foot, as Reims takes on Lens. These are the games to look forward to in the French Ligue 1. All right, big things happening in the world of sports, and of course, looking forward to the world of tennis. Rafael Nadal was in action earlier today. We'll bring you all of that updates later on the show In the Game, New Central TV, and that's from me to you, Sarge and Olive, the wrap of sports updates and the major transfer that we had on the deadline day.
All right. I mean, I want to get your thoughts on Aubameyang to Chelsea. Do you think that's a good move?
Yeah, for me, I believe it's a perfect move for him because there's no way he stands a chance to compete with the likes of Lewandowski over there at Barcelona. Because I mean, we're talking about Lewandowski here, who scores a lot of goals and also competes for the highest goal scorer across all the European leagues. Aubameyang, yes, a great striker, but he needs playing time. So going over to Chelsea, he's also needed over there because Chelsea needs an out-and-out striker. They need a new number 9. Lukaku is nowhere to be found. He has gone back to Inter Milan. So they need someone who can actually score goals for Chelsea. We've seen them struggle in the EPL since the season started. So Aubameyang is a perfect fit. Yes, the Arsenal fans are not so happy with this one, but hey, it is there's no loyalty when it comes to football. He has gone to Arsenal. He has done his time at Arsenal, gone over to Barca. He has also scored a couple of goals. Now he's at Chelsea, back at London, and he says he has unfinished business. So I think it's a perfect deal for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
And of course, Manchester United, gets mostly. I mean, I think they're going to be relying on just is it Anthony now? Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, there's Rashford and there's a Cristiano Ronaldo to rely on. So for me, I believe all over in England, all the clubs, the top teams made good signings. And also, just to let you know, Liverpool also got Arthur Melo from Barcelona, from Juve on loan. So it's been a quality transfer win. Apart from Arsenal, who are not able to get the players that they wanted on deadline day, the likes of Douglas from Aston Villa. There's also Yuri Tillemans from Leicester City, who they could not get to complete that deal before transfer deadline. But rumors have it that by next season, by next summer, these players will be available for free. So Arsenal just will be getting a couple of interesting players for free.
All right, just before we let you go, I just wanted to ask Olive, what do you think Manchester United may need, in defense?
What do they need in defense?
Yeah.
They need the Almighty God to help them in their defense. Because when they lose, if they do lose, we are going to come back on the show.
I think you'll have no clue.
You're very silly.
No clue what we're talking about.
I was going to ask you about the game. I know you're going to talk about this on the game much later, but Serena Williams and her sister Venus Williams got knocked out in the doubles. How do you feel about that, first of all? And how do you feel about the support that they're getting? It's so heartwarming to see.
Very true, because both of them are great tennis players, and the time has come for them to actually step aside. For Serena and Venus, interesting. I'll call them greatest of all times when it comes to the female tennis playing category. But great performance it was for them, and the kind of accolades that they got, this is the best time to get it, doing it on home court. And crashing out in the first one, we'll still celebrate them in as much as they've
I really love how they're being celebrated, because
definitely,
typically what we see is fans usually will tilt in your favor when you're winning, and if you do lose a match, or a game, then you're out of their favor. But what we've seen in this situation is they've been warming up to her in the comment section. Everybody's like, she's still the GOAT. she's still the greatest of all time. They're still the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And it's just so heartwarming to see. We're certainly rooting for them.
Very true. And we're looking forward to Serena's next game in the singles, and we'll see how far she can actually go in this one. I'm rooting for Serena, win or lose. She has done her time, and she deserves all the
100%.
celebration and congratulations she's getting.
All right.
100%.
Thank you very much, Udoka, for joining us this morning. Look
Yeah,
forward
we
to
look
seeing you
blue
again.
together.
Yes.
Bye, Udoka.
We're matching. That's what they say about great minds. Great
Udoka,
minds.
bye. See
The
you
great
on
minds on
Monday.
this set think alike,
Very
and they're
true.
wearing blue. For the
Make
rest
us all
of
get
them,
jealous.
go and collect your own great mind from somewhere else.
Wow.